Hey everyone, and welcome to Stacks Pulse, where we explore people, communities, and projects that are shaping the Stacks ecosystem around the globe. I'm your host, Melanie Carstens, and today we are joined by Hannah Krypt. Hannah is a video content creator, she's an event host, spaces host, and a Web3 ambassador. And she was also a recipient of a Stacks grant in the D Grants program late last year. And she used that grant to host community events in Nigeria. And we're going to get into a little bit of that later on as well. She's worked across the crypto space as a creator, a marketer, and a community builder. And she spends a lot of time bringing people together through conversation, content, and real world events. In today's episode, we're going to be talking to Hannah about her journey growing up in Nigeria, how she found her way into crypto, and what every day looks like, where she lives, and as a woman in Web3. This is a relaxed and honest conversation about identity, opportunity, and just showing up as yourself while building something meaningful. Hannah, where did you go? Let's get her back on air. We just lost her for a minute there.
Sorry, I
This
think
is live.
that was my network issue. That was the first network issue. So I was trying to switch the network thing. Thank you so much for having me here. Uh, so a brief introduction about me. I think Mel already introduced me. My name is Anna, and I'm a Web3 video content creator and also an event host majorly. Those are the things I do in the Web3 space. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, it's super. I was just saying to Hannah before we went on air that there are very few women that I've actually interviewed over the last year on the show. So it's amazing to have another woman here in the chair with me today. Hannah, before we get
Thank you.
into crypto, Bitcoin, stacks, I think you're very active on Solana as well. I'd like to just start with a little bit about yourself. Where you grew up and what life was like as a kid growing up in Nigeria. You're very outgoing. I want to know a little bit maybe about yourself as a child. Were you sort of similar? So yeah, just dive into to Hannah, young Hannah.
Okay, so actually, I'm the firstborn daughter of a family of three. So I always have responsibilities to take for my younger ones, my younger siblings, and so growing up is actually, I won't say it is fun because I can say my mom, she's a very strict person. More or less my dad, they are very strict parents, like they don't love when their children like go around places. They just want you to stay indoor, they want you to study your books. And that's actually like bring out the interest of me, searching for stuff online, trying to do stuff online. That was when I get to know about, okay, there is something we call internet, like how to exploit the internet. And it gives me this spirit of wanting to always solve the internet. So I can say that that was what really pushed me to know more about Web3 as quick as I knew about it, because I'm always indoor. Is it that I read books a lot. Like I used to read a lot of books then, because when I can't go out, I just have to like feel. I just have to do something.
Mm.
I don't like to, and I can say those things really have a kind of effects in my life. Right now, you rarely see me go out. Like even before Web3, I don't like go. I don't like just going. I just want to be alone. I just want to be here. I don't want people. So, but when I start growing up, that okay, in life, I just have to learn how to mix with people. I believe that is what my parents believe they can do to caution me, as a young adult, as a young girl. They believe that if they allow me to just do whatever I like, I might actually, turn into something else. But because they want me to, I actually know that it's actually a good thing. They want me to succeed. They want me to be the best of myself.
Mhm.
That was the reason why they were trying to, don't go out. Certain age, that is when I can have my freedom. I can now do things. I can go out. I can see friends. But throughout some age, let's say from to my secondary school, when I finished in secondary school, I wrote my first exam. I WAEC. We used to call it WAEC here in West Africa. So until then that I passed, that was the only time they allowed me to even use a cell phone. So like
Wow,
actually
that's
like
really strict.
yes, I, I wasn't allowed to use a cell phone because they believe that it is going to uh it's going to bring some kind of attraction to me. Like they just want me to do my thing, read your books. They don't want you to like have a phone because I will have access to the internet and all that. But until I remember the first time my dad bought me a cell phone was when I passed my WAEC. Like it took me to a store to buy me a phone, and I can say that was the only phone he bought for me. Like because since then I've explore a lot of things and all that. It actually have a good effect in my life, to be honest. I won't lie to you. And to some extent, the only bad effect I can say that actually have on me was me not wanting to associate with people. It was hard for me at some point to associate with people because I believe I don't need people around me. So it was getting bad, but as an adult, I have to tell myself that, oh my God, you need to start associating with people. It doesn't make sense that you associate with people. You don't want to see people around you, and it's affecting me. I change by myself when I see that, okay, it is time for me to change that kind of, attitude and behavior. So I can. We lost our third born, 2017. It was my closest friend. I would say is my friend because it's my I I said I was the first daughter and I'm also the firstborn of the family. So I've always taken care of them, my brothers.
Mm,
So when I lost my top boy, it was a bit hard because it was so crazy. But
mm,
because I see him as somebody I have nurtured. I am a replacement of the mother when they are not, when the mother is not available. I always take care of them and all that. So when we lost him 2017, it was a loss for me, and still to today it's still a lot for me. Sometimes I just think about him, oh my God, my brother.
mm.
But right now we're just two left with my mom and my dad. I'm my younger brother. I have a younger brother, so we're just two left. And I can see growing up is actually mixed with a lot of feelings, like bad, sad, good, and every other thing. It's just a crazy thing. Like it's just things that happens in life that you cannot just. There's nothing we can do about it. You just have to accept that, okay, this thing has happened. It has happened. So
Mm,
growing up is actually a bit fun because I won't say that I was able to have fun in my youthful age, like when I in my teenage age, because of my parents. But I'll say that maybe the fact that I'm grown up now, they cannot tell me everything to do. If they tell me that, okay, Anna, can you do this? I will tell them that, okay, I don't want to do this. This is what I want to do because I am now an adult, so and I can do whatever I want to do. So that is just a little about me growing up. Yeah.
that's so interesting, Hannah, because first of all, I'm sorry about your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm sorry to hear about that. But just kind of moving on to what you said about kind of growing up and how protective your parents were, and that you
Yeah.
ended up sort of moving into a career that's pretty much community based and sort of involved with
Exactly.
people and events. Did did that kind of come naturally? Because you just say now you still feel weird about, you still have to sort of talk yourself through, being social, whatever. How do those two things fit together?
Exactly. Actually, I believe that those things are just, if your parents teach you that you should do like this, and you feel like, oh, it is time for you to change from who you used to be, just to be better to people around you. And also, I can tell that what actually took this shyness, because I used to be a very shy person, very very shy. I
Yeah.
don't as much as I don't like to like interact with people. I used to be shy. I want to be indoor. I don't want people to see me. But I learned photography. I learned photography at some point before I finished university, because I studied journalism also. So I studied mass communication, so journalism in school. So it's actually
Okay.
those are the things that actually pushed me out from me being a shy and somebody that doesn't want to like be around people. You know, I started putting myself out there because when I studied photography, I I realized that if I want to be a good photographer, if I want to be if I want to be a good, I must learn how to be around people
Mm,
because the photography with you have to be amidst crowd most of the time you go to places whereby lots of people there and you need to mix with them. You need to tell them, oh, I want you to do like this, I want you to post like this. It is something that you can't do
yeah.
without. So also studying mass communication in school, excuse me, journalism in school actually teach me that I have to always be I can't just be somebody that will just stay in one place and I don't talk to if I really want to excel in that career. And that was when I started learning how to mix with people. And I can say it's actually I changed rapidly last year. Was it last year? Okay, let's say 2024. I changed. There was a rapid change because even though I studied journalism and I was a photographer, I still do not do some kind of thing like going to party. I still do not do some, but like let's say a few years, like 2 years back, I just realized that I now want to be amidst people. I now want to talk to people. Like I was now asking myself that what exactly is going on. I do not want to use to. I don't want to used to do these things, but now I just want to be around people. I want to go out. I want to have fun. Like it's now getting more better. Like
Yeah.
I still feel sometimes I still feel like staying alone if I want to stay alone because I stay alone. I sometimes I will be like I don't want to have people around me. It's okay, but if I cannot do that for a longer time, at some point I'll get tired of it, and I want people to be around me. I want people to be around me. I'll be like, oh my god, I need my friends around me. So I've really changed. I have really changed for who I used to be. Like in the space of let's say 2 years, I changed, and I want people around me now. I want to associate more with people now, so it gets more better from here. I think.
It suits you. You sort of like very relaxed, and obviously I've seen the kind of events that you've been putting on because I've been following you on social media for a while. So yeah. Um,
Wow,
so
thank you.
let's talk about that. How did you first find crypto? What is your sort of origin
Well,
story?
okay. That should be 2020. I think a friend of mine just talked about that was the first we used to call this we used to call it shitcoin season. Shitcoin
Yeah.
season, yeah, shitcoin season. So I remember then my a friend of mine just called me on the phone that, oh, Anna, this that there is a token you can buy that you can CX2 that you can, as I was still in school then, and as someone that is still young and I was looking for money. I'm this kind of person that I can be a bit in the dependent because I don't like to depend on people. I want to be independent. Like I just want to do my thing. So, and as much as I don't go out, I have a lot of policy in my life that I don't even eat. I don't even eat people's food. I don't eat outside. So there was a lot of things that was pushing me to have my own money. Like I'm just that kind of person. I just want to have my own money as a lady, as a girl. Like I don't believe
Mm,
in some kind of thing. I just want to be a girl that have their own money. I want to have control over my money. So that my friend knows that that's the kind of person I am. That I'm an hustler. I also a lot, especially when it comes to internet stuff. So he told me, he was like, "Oh, Layo, this blah 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 blah." I was like, "Okay, let's try this out." Uh, because earlier before he told me about it, there was an investment I did and him, both of us, we did something like $100 and we lost our money to that platform. It was so crazy. And when he told me about buying shit coin, that was when we bought all this save moon free coin all those times. We we made some profit, but I can say that we were not really wise enough to take profits because we were new to the space, and we did not get the knowledge we are supposed to get. Like, we did not get the knowledge we
Yeah.
are supposed to get. We were just doing things, we were just buying things because somebody is buying it, but we didn't know that there's something we call taking profit. Like, we did our thing. I'll buy this, I'll buy Bitcoin, I'll buy save more. There were a lot of coins coming out that time. It was we lost all our money because we didn't know that we were supposed to take profits. We didn't know that, okay, when this thing X2, because a lot of people that were selling for us then were selling for us through Naira.
Mm.
Do you get? They used to lie for us. They would lie to us that, oh, don't worry. When you know that they can give, you can have like 1 million token,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, okay, a token that is maybe around 0.000001,
Yeah.
they'll not like to that when the token like goes up, you are going to be a million. Like, all those things, we were not given the proper knowledge, and it
Yeah.
made us lose our money. So even when those tokens were prompting that we were supposed to take profits, we didn't know that, okay, this is what we are supposed to do, because we came in a very, very, very wrong way. So it was after then that I lost all the money I had on me to those tokens. I think most of them, like a lot of people, took profits and we were left with nothing. That was when I now went to learn like about crypto very well. I can remember I paid Learn BTC Academy. I paid Learn BTC Academy $20 to learn, to have to just introduction to how to use Binance wallets, introduction to
Yeah.
crypto. I paid to learn those things. So when I finally knew that I was not supposed to pay, but I believe that it's just about knowledge, because I was not knowledgeable about those things. So I have to pay. So after I started, asking people more questions, and with time, a lot of people started sharing me materials on things to read. I started reading, learning more about crypto, learning how to trade. Then I go back to this same shit coin that I was talking about. So at some point, I learned how to take profits a little bit, but there is something about there's something about trading then, shitcoin then. If K is not taking, you will be very. So at some point, I was greedy, and maybe a token already gave it 2x. To be like, oh, let me do this. Let me can this give me 10x. Then you are going to waste before you know it, the token already dumped. Then you are actually on
Mhm.
then a very, very big loss already. So that was how I lost all the money I made, and it was so, so crazy. And I have to start learning uh how to be a DJ. But at some point, by I think 2023, I stopped to DJing because I realized that it was affecting me as a person. It's not some. It's
Mm.
I'm a very, very, very emotional person, so I believe that it was affecting me. I was like, will I be able to do this thing? This thing will not take my life.
Yeah.
So I have to stop like the journey at some point. So I told myself that I am going to put a full stop to this journey. Like that day, I remember that day, that because at some point it was taking a lot. I will be the only one in my room. I have my siblings, but they don't know what I do. Like, they know what I do, but they don't know how I feel. They would just be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
liar," because I used to save my cousin also that Ali. They would be like, "Oh, sorry." They don't really understand my feelings at
Mm.
that time. But at some point, I have to stop that. I'm not doing this thing again. So for now, I'm not going to. I rather buy token on sports and trade. Maybe the job parts of Web3. That was when I started being a creative in the Web3 space. After I stopped the journey, because that was what I was brought into, from Web 2 to Web 3, into the journey and all that. But I stopped just because of my own mental health, because it was affecting me big time, and I
Yeah.
I don't want to be that kind of person that will be hostile to people because of the kind of thing that I do. So I have to stop it, because I don't
Yeah.
want to be harsh to people around me. It was getting to me that I was getting harsh, like I was excuse me, I started getting harsh around people that people are with people that are around me. and it was getting so annoying. People started complaining about you, that what is wrong with you, but they don't know what is wrong with me exactly. So that was why I
Mhm.
just stopped the journey. And I think I can say I get to be a more better person. After stopping journey, it's actually have more positive effect in my life than when I
Mm.
was journey. So it was more better. I won't lie. It's more better than, because those time, not like we don't see money, not that I'm not going to see profit, but I was like, we are human beings and we can be greedy sometimes. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you can be very, very greedy sometimes. And if you're not the kind of person that will say, oh, this token, I'm going to see S2 and I'm going to leave. I'm not going to wait till it's do S10. Now, you saw the S2, but you maybe the token just went S3. You be like, oh, this thing can go to X5. Then that is when you are going to wait till,
Yeah.
before you know it, everything is down. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
you're back to zero. It's actually very
Yeah.
crazy. So I can say that my life as a creative is much more better, as more than when I was a DJ. So that was my
But Hannah, I think most of us have got. Oh,
my network.
there we
Is
go.
it my network?
That's okay. Um, You know what?
Okay.
I think most of us have got that kind of story where you jump in and you get like you just go down that rabbit hole and you don't put your phone down. You're constantly watching it, and I think it's greedy and it's also FOMO because you've got like loads of people going like, it's this and this, and you're seeing people making all this money, and it is a crazy time, and you do lose yourself in it. I mean, it happened to me as well, and I
Yeah.
also was like, yes, let's go. And then it's just like, but I think, I mean, you did a course as well afterwards, but I think there's almost no better way than to learn than to burn your fingers, and to go like, okay, now I know the worst case scenario. Because so many
Mhm.
people are like, are terrified of it. They're terrified of even opening a wallet and buying, some Bitcoin. Um,
Yeah.
and then and I've done it too, going down rabbit holes of just, like you say, just shit coins that are coming out every day, So,
Exactly.
but I'm glad I did it. Are you kind of do it and then leave?
I don't. What do you say?
Or do you regret it?
I do not get that question. Okay. I would say I do not really, but right now I feel like maybe if I had, just a little bit, or if I didn't fully leave the gen, honestly, because I have a friend that is a full-time degen. So recently I was thinking about it, like, do you like, it looks like I want to, tell him to come and teach me how to degen back, because I asked
Yeah.
myself the question: is this really what you want to go? Important to think about it very, very well, because I know that if a lot of things that I will not be able to do anymore, I will not be able to, as a video content creator. If I'm the journey, I should forget about being a video creator, because
Mm,
how we want to be on the chat 247 to make sure that my money is actually intact.
yeah.
So those are the things. There is a lot of things I will not be able to do again if I go back to the gym.
Yeah.
So that's just it.
I think your light has gone out a
Sorry,
bit.
my life has. Oh,
I think your light has
yeah, yeah,
gone a
yeah.
bit.
What do you say?
I
Yes,
think
my
your
light
light
is
has
off. Yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is. I think the battery
Okay.
is not well charged, and I tried to charge them, but it is what it is. I think I'll just manage, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh
No, it's cool.
I can't do it directly. I'll just manage. I'll
Yeah, it's
just
good.
manage
It's good.
it.
So tell me now, for people that are living, they're not on the African continent, they're not in Nigeria, what is life like in Nigeria? What does every day look like, living in Nigeria?
Actually, Nigeria is a very, very fun place. If you ask me, it's a very, very, very fun place to be, especially when you have money. But being in Nigeria can be, because a lot of times in the international markets we face issue a lot, like a lot that is in us. Nigerians are filled with a lot of creative. When you are looking for
Mm,
people that are talented, creative, look for Nigerians. I believe there is also we cannot undo in this country in Nigeria. Like it's just that there will only be a bad side of everything. People always
yeah.
see they always think everybody is the same, because somebody did something that is bad. People in the international market believe that we all are the same, which is actually not like it is not supposed to be like that. Because somebody did something to you and that person is a Nigeria, other Nigerians are bad people, because that is the reason why that is how they see us outside Africa, outside Nigeria. They see us as bad people. A lot of people outside the international market, they don't want to associate with us. So even being a Nigerian can be very, very difficult and can be very, very hard, to be very honest.
Mm,
Because being a Nigerian, uh, maybe they were supposed to give you a job because they're a Nigerian, they will tell you that they cannot give you the job because they believe that maybe somebody has done something bad for them who is a Nigerian before, they believe that you're going to do the same for them, which isn't supposed to be like that. Because I believe there are always two sides of a coin. Like
yeah.
because a side of a coin is actually blank does not mean the other side is going to be blank also. So I believe that people should also try to not to justify all Nigerians because of their experiences with a Nigerian.
Mm,
But to be honest, Nigeria is a very, very good place, to be honest, because it is my country, and
yeah.
I'm always proud of Nigeria. I'm always proud of being a Nigerian. Every time, everywhere I go, I'm a Nigerian. I don't fake it, and I don't lie about where I came from, because I believe this is my father's land and this is home to me.
Yeah.
But Nigeria is very fun. Like Nigeria is very, 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 very fun. When the money is there, Nigeria is a very fun place. It's just that we have crazy part of being in Nigeria. Like we have the crazy part of being in Nigeria. Aside that, Nigeria is a very, very fun place to be. To
Yeah.
be honest, like
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
I know Nigeria very well. My aunt actually lived there for most of her life, in Nigeria.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's nice.
and one of my close friends.
Where does she live? Wow,
Yeah,
that's
one of
nice.
my close friends lived in Lagos for I think 10 years. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's interesting. Yeah, so
I know is it he or she? She,
it's a
right?
girl. They've left now. She's
No,
back
okay.
in.
I'm very sure she would have seen what being in Nigeria is. What is it all about? What being in Nigeria is all about. Like Nigeria is a nice place, but it's actually very, very crazy at the same at the same
Yeah,
time. As much as we are nice people, we can be
very.
very, very crazy also. So it's
Yeah,
it's just a bit complicated, but Nigeria is a fun place to be, and
yeah.
also can be complicated sometimes. So that's it.
Like everywhere, isn't it? I mean, I think everywhere's got its pros and its cons. I
Exactly.
don't think anywhere or anything or anyone is perfect. Um,
Exactly.
Look, I think Africa, and particularly I think Nigeria is a hugely growing crypto and Web3 environment, isn't it? Let's talk about that and why. Why do you think
The
it's
truth is,
it's just
okay,
growing
okay,
so
okay, it is going so quickly. If you ask me, I just believe that we Nigerians, we are explorers, and it is very easy for us to adapt to things, to get used to things. Is very, very easy for us to, when people say that, okay, this is how it is, when they say this is how this is going to be, or this is how this is, it is easier for convince us that okay, this is how it is. Like we can be very very adaptive. It can we can
Mm.
be people can easily convince us to do something. Do you get? And maybe we see Web3 or crypto as a way out of some kind of things. Do you get? A lot of people see it
Yeah.
as a payments gateway, because I understand that a lot of Nigerians face a lot of issue being a freelancer, because there is a lot of restriction that is going on in the world, especially for Nigerians and Africa, that because of the invention of Web3 and crypto, it makes it more easier.
Mm.
Being a freelancer before, if you don't have a paper account, you'll not be able to like receive a fund. Maybe you did a job for someone. You're not being a fraud though. You did a job and you are not going to get paid because you don't have a paper account. So, but a lot of
Mhm.
things, a lot of people now have solutions to all these things. So instead of them paying you into your paper account, they did rather pay you into a crypto, all these exchanges and all that. So there is no way people are not going we are not going to adopt it, because we see it as an easier way, and we see it as something that will make us not to stress ourselves over getting paid as a freelancer, as a crypto person, sending money like off ramp and or like all those things. Maybe you want to send money abroad, somebody wants to send money to you abroad, instead of them looking for a way how to sending money to you as a Nigerian, because it is difficult, because it is
Mhm.
very very difficult. There is a lot of restricted way. A lot recently, people want to come back to Nigeria to come and have. I think they actually partner with one of the Nigerian fintech app or fintech app actually, to actually start the Nigeria. They want to come to the Nigerian markets, and if you go to X, you see a lot of Nigerians saying no, that they are not going to accept paper to come to Nigeria, because they believe that they did a lot of bad things to them being in Nigerian, because they were not able to receive their funds and all that. A lot of funds that was with paper and all that. So because most of them already got another a way out because of crypto. So they already have a way out through crypto instead of using paper. They believe that they do not need their service in Nigeria because they already have a way out.
Mhm.
So I believe that the invention of Web3 and crypto actually have a very, very on Nigerians, because they see it as a way out of a lot of issues, a lot of problems that they are
Yeah.
facing in the international world. And
Yeah.
some people also see it as a way to not to slave on that. Let's say maybe on a normal day there is an amount you can get in a job or something, and you see you work as a more better offer, some better offer than them working in real life. So that's the reason why
Yeah.
a lot of people are actually doing like that is the reason why we have much more in Nigeria being in Web3 or crypto, because they see it as a way out of a lot of things. Payment,
Yeah.
working in a lot of section actually of sexuality. Now they just introduced this new tax law in Nigeria, and if you know kind of work you are doing, you have to pay the tax. Do you understand? But they cannot just implement that kind of rule in crypto, and a lot of people will see crypto as a way to save money, even though there is no way you're not going to pay tax. Even though they said they are going to be like tasking people that are into that in crypto and in Web3, but it might not be as easy as people that are in. So imagine me
Yeah.
working in real life. Maybe I'm collecting $1,000. They are going to be taking tax and all that. But in Web3, it is easier for you to come and tell me that only if you can, if only if they want to partner with all these exchanges to collect the tax on. I'm still going to. We are still waiting for the way they want to do that. Because
Mhm.
we believe the government are not really really crypto inclined, so it might be a bit hard for them. Only if they actually pick people that are already in Web3 to to work hand in hand together. That is the only way I believe they can actually succeed on this taxing us as a crypto person or as a Web3 person. So as I
Yeah.
as I've said, some of us see it of working in real life, working for someone. As for me, I'm this kind of person that it's not really my thing. I want to be. I have always want to be my own boss. So I see it as a way out of me not wanting to work under someone. So it's better I can work
Yeah.
under someone in Web3, because if you offer me something and I'm not okay with it, I will leave. But in real life,
Mm.
if you offer me a job and I'm not done with that job, maybe for that month, I have to send my resignation letter and all. It takes a lot of process. So
Yeah.
it's give me more access to things. It give me more access to do other things. I'm a Web3 person. I do photography when I need to do it. I do video content when I need to do it. I am learning UI UX design. So it's giving me access to do a lot of things at like a
Mhm.
particular day. If I'm working in real life, I might not be able to do all those things like together. I have to pick one because the job I'm going to be doing is going to be taking much of my time. So it will be very, very hard, especially if I'm working under someone to for me to do Web3, to do photography, to be a UI UX designer, a product designer, to be a video creator. That won't be that time. So most of us are even using it to buy our time because we believe that we can in Web3 we can wake up whenever we like, we can work whenever we like, we don't need to depend on anybody, we don't get fire like people in real life. So that is why I believe that we will keep growing as a Nigerian and one of the fastest growing crypto country in Africa. So Nigeria will always be at the top because Nigerians are full of innovative people. That's all I can say. Like very, very innovative people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think for me, I mean, I live in Cape Town, and I think wherever you are on the African continent as well, you feel very isolated from the sort of global economic stage. You know, there's not much opportunity here to be exposed to what's going on in the States, you know, Europe, whatever. And I found like even after my first year of doing this, I would just say to people, it like blows me away how I'm suddenly talking to people all over the world, in Australia, in America, in Europe,
Exactly.
Russia. Um, you know, so I think that's another thing as well. You're not isolated. So not
Exactly.
only isolated with your currency, but isolated through your passports and your location and your government, you know, whereas that just strips that all away.
And also, it has given a lot of people the opportunity to leave their country, Nigeria, to other countries that on a normal day it might be a bit hard. I've seen people go to UK through the visa. I think talent visa or something. I can't remember the name because they're actually building in Web3. It was
Mm,
easy for them to actually move to the UK through the global talent visa or something.
yeah.
So it's
But I
actually
mean,
giving a lot
you know,
of
if you think about it,
yeah,
we met, you know, through this world. You know, that would never have happened normally, you know, so it's
yeah.
extraordinary. Tell me, what is the currency of choice when it comes to crypto? Is it sort of varied? You know, what do you think would be where it would move to? Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, you know, what is the main kind of currency that you think people will use as it grows?
So actually, if you ask me, I would say people would be more focused on stablecoin because uh, I would say that some Nigerians can be fearful. We Nigerians can be fearful sometimes because we want to have our money intact. So and I just believe everybody will want to one thing I know is that Bitcoin is not a currency that can die or anything. That one is not going to be
Mhm.
possible because that is where the invention of everything came from. But I believe that a lot of people might want to make use of stables because a lot of people want their money to be in stables, and there are a lot of stable coins that is actually coming up right now because they believe that they don't need to wait for with stable coins, you don't need to wait for Bitcoin or Ethereum to pump because those ones can be very, very stressful. Imagine the dump that actually happened a few days ago. It was crazy. Everybody was panicking and it was just a pit of hell. So a lot of people might want to put their money in stable coins. And I believe that a lot of more countries internationally are going to adopt stable currency there is no way they don't have choice.
Yeah.
Even if some of them do not want to adopt Bitcoin, Ethereum, or something, they will want to adopt stablecoin at the end of the day. They don't have choice.
Mm,
If they don't want to do it directly, they will in one way or the other incorporate it into their system like stable coin thing and all that. So stable coin is one of those, what is it called, that everybody will want to adopt. Yes, we know that Bitcoin is not a token that nobody everybody is Bitcoin is something, is a token that everybody will forever use. A lot of people will forever use. We still have some people that they are actually partially into crypto, and they still prefer having their currency, their token in Bitcoin than using the stable coins. We still have people that send token through Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
We have people that send token through Bitcoin. A lot of them actually, so especially in the international world, a lot of them use Bitcoin a lot.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being a Nigerian, if you ask more Nigerians, most of them would prefer storing their currency in stable coin than storing it in Bitcoin. So stable coin from my own side actually, but Bitcoin is the forever father, and people will keep using Bitcoin. People will keep storing their money in Bitcoin. That one is actually very sure.
Yeah.
That one is not competitive at all.
So how do you see like blockchains, like for example Solana? Okay, there's a lot of gaming and a lot of fun activities and kind of moves fast and whatever. What do you think? I'm curious as to, because obviously like Bitcoin is the mother chain, it's gold, whatever,
Yeah.
people put their savings in it. But what is something like Solana? Just out of interest, how do you see those kind of alternate
Actually, if you ask me, I believe that Solana is one ecosystem that it might be a bit hard for it to just die down or just die, because it's been a while that Solana has been around, and no matter how low Solana goes, I've seen Solana go lower, low, like go to like almost like everything is going to crash. Like Solana is going to $1. Like I've seen the lower low of Solana, and it's kept going back, and it's all time high. Like it's just a very very crazy token,
Mhm.
because at $20, and before you see it, when other odds are not rising up again, you will see Solana back at its all time high, and it
Mm.
keep moving. Like Solana is just one token that I believe that it's not a token that can just die down like that. Like it will be
Do you
very
think
very.
it's do you think it's because it's kind of like, I don't know if the right word is fun,
Yes,
but it's
yes,
engaging. It kind of
yes. It's
doesn't,
cheap.
it feels like it doesn't take itself too seriously.
It's actually fun. It's cheap. It's fun. It's easier to create stuff on Solana. Imagine people that create meme coins. It's very easier for them to create meme coins on Solana. It's one of the easiest to deploy a meme coin on Solana. It's very very easy. You cannot just say you want to go and deploy a meme coin on Ethereum. It's going to take a lot of money from you, so people run from it. So instead of them deploying on Ethereum, you will see them deploying on Solana because it is cheap and it is very very easy. So even
Yeah.
if it wants to die, there is always people in the ecosystem that want to use Solana for something. Especially people
Mhm.
that actually create token. There are a lot of Solana token out there. A lot of them. People create Solana token every day. When
Yeah.
let's say if people create 1,000 Solana token today, let's say maybe they will create, let's say, 200 Ethereum token, because it is rare for you to see a developer creating a token on Ethereum. And one thing is that people can easily rug themselves on Solana. Like you see people getting rug on Solana, they will still go back there again to go and buy another token. Like it's just so easy. It's just wants to go
Yeah.
there and have fun. So it's just one token that it's very very fun. It's very very very.
Yeah.
Solana is a very very fun token, and it's not a token that can just die down like that, because it should be hard. No matter how low it goes, it will always come back. We have seen a lot of odd token that when they go from their all time high, when they go lower, it is very hard for you to see them go back to their all time high. But you see Solana,
Mm.
oh my god, because a lot of money is actually going into Solana. A lot of money is
Yeah.
going. A lot of money is going. It's coming out. It's going into Solana. People want to do stuff on Solana, on the Solana ecosystem. So it make it one token that no, it's it will be here. Solana will be
Yeah.
here regardless.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, are there a lot of women that you kind of are aware of that is in Web3, or do you feel like, let's talk about that? Let's talk about women, kind of, I don't know, your experience, whether you kind of find you come across a lot of women.
Mm. Actually, I've seen a lot of women in Web3. When I actually started Web3 then in 2020, there are lesser women in Web3 because we women that are in Web3 that time, people always the man, the guys, they always see us as a big deal because they believe that it is not easy for you to be in that industry at that time. I can see that there are more women in Web3 right now. It was not like when people like me, like I started Web3, there were few women in Web3. If you see a woman in Web3, then
Yeah.
she must be somebody that is an hustler, or somebody that is just very in depth in the tech, or in the um who is more inclined in technology and all that. Like they're
Yeah.
always pampering us, they're always seeing us as a big deal, to be a woman in 2020 and 2021. But right now, there is a lot of women in Web3 right now. There's a lot of women in
Mhm.
Web3 that right now that are building, that are doing stores. I've seen, women dominate a lot of spaces in Web3 right now, not like
Yeah.
when it used to be few women in Web3, you see. But I still believe that there's still more women in Web3 right now, regardless. There's still more men in Web3 right now than we women, because it is just a bit hard for you to convince a woman to come and do something. Like you have to explain to them, like you have to explain to them, like you're explaining to a baby that this is what we want you to do, this is what we want you to, this is what you're going to be doing, for them to accept that they want to come and be a Web3 person. But I just
Mm.
believe that as everything as we move on, there will always be more women are going to be coming into the Web3 space, and we're going
Mm.
to see more growth of man and woman holding good position in the Web3 space. There are a lot of women that are holding better position in the Web3 space, and it's actually interesting. Actually, it's actually interesting seeing women, heading different places in Web3, which is not supposed to be, which is not always like that before. But now there are a lot of more women in Web3. I've met a lot, quite a lot. That was a woman conference we did 2023. That was Woman in DeFi. Led by Sarah Idausa. Is actually in the UK. She's in the UK now. She was the one that I told that she got the global talent visa to move to the UK. And
Yeah.
the conference, she actually make it something that she's doing every year now. She did last year, she's going to do the one for this year, woman in DeFi conference. And there are a lot of women that are coming to the space through the conferences like that. And maybe through the conferences, one or two women want to join Web3 because they believe that there is opportunities in the space. There are a lot of opportunities in the space for women and all that. So we're going to see
Yeah.
more growth of women in the space as time goes on.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you were saying just now about sort of the early culture, where it was like that bro culture, where everybody was like kind of bro this, bro that. And I remember my name, my pseudonym before I doxed myself was Good Kitty, and
Okay.
people used to think I was a guy. And I used to say to
Wow.
people, how can a guy call himself Good Kitty? You know what I mean? And it was, my profile picture was a woman, a cartoon picture of a woman, and people still called me bro, and they thought I was a dude. And it was, it
Exactly.
used to
So
make me laugh. But that was then. I mean, I agree with you now. It's different now.
it is
It's just,
understandable. Like a lot of people also thought I was a guy. Then you will start explaining to them, I'm not a guy, I'm a girl. They'll be like, you're a girl. What are you doing here? I'm like, no,
yeah,
I'm supposed to be here because I'm a girl. Does that mean I should not be here? They'll be like, what are you doing here exactly? Why are you a girl? You are doing,
and
and
especially
you're
as a DJ, if you're
like, and you're
DJing, that is
yes.
like one
What are
even
you doing
further
in this
down the rabbit
then?
hole.
Why you buying tokens? Why are you a girl and you're buying tokens? Like they don't oh my god, they don't want to believe that you're a girl. They don't just want to believe that you're a girl. They believe you're a guy that because they also believe that if you're a girl and you're in Web3 at that time, that means you have a mind of a guy because it was not easy at those points. Now things are more
Okay.
better. If you're a lady, you can be a creative and just do the easier part of Web3. But then you have to be a DJ. You have to just trade. You don't have choice.
Yeah.
So it was so fun because they always see you as a gold mine. You are a lady and you are in the Web3 space that time. So it was so fun
Yeah.
there. But now there are a lot of ladies, a whole lot of them, a whole lot of ladies in the Web3 space. Yeah,
Yeah.
a whole lot
It's
of ladies.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I met you in the Stacks ecosystem. So let's kind of talk about that for a little bit. So it was during the D grants last year. How did you find Stacks through the D grants, or had you heard about it?
So I actually came into the Stack ecosystem through the Zero Authority bounty because
Okay.
I always for bounty a lot. So I think the can I remember the name of the bounty I did? I was trying to remember the name of the meme coin I did bounty for then. I think it was Bolo Peak was their community manager, kind of, maybe community manager or social media. I don't know. I can't remember the name of those of that token. So that was where I actually came into the Stack ecosystem. So I got to meet Bolu Peak and Richard, and it was like, okay, you should give me a BTC name and whatever. We start talking. By that time, that was where he invited me to a space, so I interacted with people there and all that. So that was actually when I started to dive into the Stack ecosystem. It wasn't the grant that actually brought me. I've been on Stack before the grant. So it was when it was because if I wasn't interacting with them, Bolu and all that, I wasn't joining spaces, I wouldn't have known about the grant. Because I think I thought I saw the grant on the space because I saw them Bolupik and some other star guys on the space when I think when you were hosting, maybe is it the organized. I know that I got to know about it through a space, but when I saw it, I saw no link to to the grant or anything. I'm this kind of person that I research a lot, so and I don't ask questions when it is not necessary. So I believe that before I can ask someone the question, I will do my research, but if I couldn't get it right,
Yeah.
then I'll start asking questions. So that was when I started like digging, that I know that what you guys talk about, the grant is going to be on Twitter. There is no way it's not going to be on Twitter. So I put it upon myself to start searching for the grant link, and that was how, before I got the grant link, I have to search, go through a lot of people's socials. I know that one person will talk about it, so I have to dig deep because I didn't see it directly. And I remember it wasn't just on the it wasn't posted on Star. Maybe I missed it actually, but I had to search it, start looking for it. Then I think maybe I saw it from your post or something. I know I saw it from somebody's post. I was like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Then I believe, okay, let me just put myself together on into the Stack ecosystem since I've started exploring through the Zero Authority bounty. I do memes for them that time, and I won. So the Bolu wanted to give me the reward, so he asked my wallet and all that. So that was actually how I entered the Stack ecosystem.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually won a bounty as well on Zero Authority.
Yes, I won a bounty, and that was the first time I actually did. I actually did the first time I did the bounty on Zero Authority. That was the first, and I won that.
Amazing. Yeah. Had you been so? I mean, just sort of maybe give us a little bit before we sort of talk about it. Um, what you did for the bounty. Let's talk about Stacks Ignite and kind of why you decided to put an event forward for a grant, and yeah, tell me a little bit and what it was. What your proposal was to do.
Okay, the truth is, the 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 event was actually inspired because I believe that there are a lot of Nigerians that do not really know about Stack ecosystem, and I'm being truthful. So
Yeah,
at
no,
the event, a lot of people now started knowing about Stacks, and they were asking questions. If you ask a lot of Nigerians what is tax today, they will tell you they hear it from the Stack Ignite Nigeria event that we organize, because I
Mm.
see the Stack Ignite Nigeria community as a closed one, which is not supposed to be like that. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be open to a lot of other Nigerians. A lot of, I believe that I can a protocol be as big as tax, and a lot of Nigerians don't know about it. Like,
Mm.
why? It's not supposed to be like that. So that was the reason why I was like, okay, if I put together the proposal for the event, and if I go to, let's say, the big cities in Nigeria, there is no way if I do my promotion very well, people are going to start knowing about stocks. So
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people start knowing about stacks from me, they start asking me questions that what is stacks, blah 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 blah. And I can say that the events actually bring together a lot of Nigerians to talk about Bitcoin layer two and other, especially the Lagos event. The Lagos event was very, very fun. I don't know if you see our videos and pictures, and it
Yeah,
was
I
very,
did.
very fun. And we were able to discuss about stack. Everybody was able to share their own idea. Everybody was People were like they don't know anything about stacks. If everybody that came to the event that day, none of them know anything about stack, because
Yeah.
I did not make my target audience the stack Nigerian community, because I believe they already know about stacks. They are stacks
Yeah.
inclined. If you ask them about stack, they can tell you that, okay, this is stacks, that is stacks. But I focus more on people that I know that they have zero knowledge about the event, about stacks. So
Yeah.
that is where my focus was for the two events. And I think I was able to do that because I focus on people that have zero knowledge about stacks, and people that do not. If you ask them what is stacks, as it's exactly Bitcoin layer two, they can't tell you because they don't know. And stacks is a big protocol. It shouldn't be like that. Like,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like stacks
Well,
is
and
a
it takes,
big protocol. Like, why what do you mean that a lot of Nigerians don't know about stack? Really? So I know that if the event actually created a lot of awareness about stacks, because a lot of people
yeah.
came to my DM to ask me that am I the one hosting the events, and both of them were successful. We have more than almost 70 people at each event.
Mm.
Even though it was closer to each other, we host the two events in a month. So that was a crazy work for me. At some point I break down. I won't lie. It was a crazy work for me to promote two events at the same time.
Yeah.
And I know that when I knew that I'm going to be doing the events in January, the two events in January, I knew that I have a lot of work to do. I know that I have a lot of work to do, sorting the preparation, sorting marketing at the same time. And the fact that it was a success, it actually also make me happy that, oh my God, I was able to put that through the two
Mm.
events in 1 month. In same month, actually, like just a week interval in between. It was a lot
Crazy.
for me. It was a crazy work for me. Like, it was a very, very, and the truth is I am so, so proud of myself, because it's not something that is easy it's not something that is easy to deal with, to do. It was not
Yeah.
easy, I won't lie to you, but I with the support of some of my team members and all that, we actually put that through, and it went well. We did what we were supposed to do with it. The only
Mm.
thing I know that we couldn't do at the event was the gameplay, which was not ready when we wanted
Mm.
to do the events. The games were not ready, so we have to just put through other things. And it was fun. It was so fun. People learned. We make sure everything went well, regardless of the issue that I had. I make sure I did the event and it was a success. And I actually also appreciate you also for all the support that you gave to me at that time. It was a lot for me, because whenever I whenever I want to break down, and I feel like, oh no, I have somebody that is supporting me, and it's actually also give me gingers and boost my morale. Oh no, I have to make this event a success. So I'm telling you now, because the truth is I still have a lot of more work to do about
Yeah.
Start Nigeria. I still have a lot of more. I still have more places to take stacks to, schools to take stacks to, more other cities to take stacks to. So by fire by force, people will know stacks in Nigeria. I'm very, very
Mm.
sure about that. People will know
Yeah.
stacks in Nigeria. So all I can
Yeah.
say is that it was a stretch, but if I can do that, I can do something that is more than that. If
Mm.
I can do the 2 events in a month, I can do more than that. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for the support. Actually, it's really
Yeah.
meant a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It was weird when I first sort of, when I saw your application and I went onto your feed, I just thought I could just see that, your energy is incredible. And, you just get a lot of people in Web3 that are kind of, I think, here for the wrong reasons, or, like you're saying, it's a lot of degens, a lot of people who just want to come and make a quick buck.
you.
But I
Exactly.
really felt from you that, you really had a good energy. And when I look back now at the images, when I saw them on your feed, I could just see the sort of classiness of the event. And, so I really hope that the Stacks ecosystem is going to support you in the work that you've started, because, I believe you when you say people are going to know about Stacks, if you've
Exactly.
got anything to do with it. So yeah, I'm really, congratulations from me
Thank
as
you
well. I
so
want
much.
to,
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
that's why I
you.
wanted to have you on the show, is just to kind of, hopefully people get to know you a little bit better in our ecosystem, and who you are and your journey through crypto, to Stacks. And go to please, if you haven't seen it, please go to Hannah's profile on X, and you can have a look there at her at the images to the event and see what it was like. It was just excellent. So, yeah, I hope you get the support for it. It was
Thank
amazing.
you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I wouldn't have done that without your support, because I won't lie. I at some point I was like, will I do this? But because oh my god, like it was so hard for me. It was so hard for me, and
But
I
you did it.
after the event I rested for a few days and I have to go back to work regardless.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm just
That was
happy. I'm
amazing.
happy because I was able to put through the event, and I was able to do it very well, and I was able to get more aesthetic places to do the event, because that is the most important thing. I believe that the places I used that have been aesthetic actually makes the pictures more nice. And
Yeah.
actually, our videos just came out today. Our editor actually edited the video. I was going to post it on X tomorrow, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually very, very nice." Everybody that attended the event was like, "Ah, wow, these pictures are nice. These pictures are nice." Even our creator, what is it called? What's his name? Rooms. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, he actually commented that the pictures are very, very nice. Like the pictures are
Yeah.
very, very, very nice," and I'm so
So
happy. And the fact that the pictures, the photography was actually handled by my team also. So it actually gave me more joy, because
yeah.
I did not give the photography job to outsider. I make sure that everything was done in my care, because I told you that I'm a photographer and I have a camera. So we have to use my camera for the photography, and they all came out nice. Everybody that was at the event was like, these pictures are nice. Like they actually gave credit to my photographer, because I have
Mm.
like a sister that she does the photography for me, even though I own the gadgets, but she does it for me. And when the pictures came out, I was like, this is so nice. That everyone started to
Mhm.
comment that, oh, the pictures are so nice. Like
Yeah.
for the first event, it was like the pictures are nice. I'm very sure that when you saw the second event, because the second event pictures were more nicer, like they were more nice because of the place we used. It was so aesthetic, and it was so nice. Pictures were nice. I was so happy that, oh my god, this is this is a lot, and I'm so happy that I was able to put that through. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy.
No, you
Thank
had
you.
a very good, whoever hats off to the photographer, because she did, or he did, they did a very
Yeah,
good job, you
yeah, she
know.
did a very good job. Like it was so nice, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Hannah, we've chatted, it feels like 15 minutes, but it's been an hour. So
Yeah.
we're going to wind down. What's next for Hannah?
Oh, oh my god. The truth is, right now, I don't know what I want to do right now, but I know that I'll keep creating video content. I create video content from some projects. When they need my service, I create video content for them. And right now, I can't say this is what is like next for me right now, for real. Like, cause I'm just trying to get myself together after the event and know what is next. What do I want to do right now? But I know that I'm going to create videos. I am very sure about that. I know that I'm going to be a video content creator moving forward. And I used to host spaces before. Maybe I want to start hosting back my Twitter spaces. I
Mm.
used to host Twitter spaces every week before. But when I got my main account was suspended, it was a bit hard for me to get back because it's very hard for me to start building a new account with another audience entirely. So I think I want to start my Twitter space back. And also I want to grow my web2 brand. As a photographer, I want to grow my web2 brand. I want to let people know that this is what I do, and I want to incorporate that into web3. So if anybody have a web3 event they want me to anchor for them, then my team and I are going to anchor it. Those are my plans. I want to incorporate my web3 brand, my web2 brand, which is my photography brand, into
Yeah.
web3, because I believe that there is a lot of events that is going on in web3 that they need our services. They need people that they need the service of a photographer, a videographer, and I believe that is something that I can actually incorporate, and it can take me around the world, because I believe that photography will take me around the world. That is one thing I'm very, very sure about. Yeah, I'm always boasting about it. I know that photography is going to take me around the world. I'm very, very sure about that. So it's a career that will take me around. Aside Web3 taking me around the world, photography is that skill that I know that it's going to take me around the world. I studied communication in school, mass communication, which makes me a journalist. But right now, I don't think I want to do that. It's what I
Mm.
want to do right now, but this is what I want to do. I want to make sure that in everything I'm doing, I'm not leaving the line of what I'm supposed to do. So I'm starting my crypto on the street series, incorporating journalism into crypto. I want to start going to universities, asking people questions about crypto, what they know about crypto. I'm going to be doing it like a journalism kind of thing, like,
Mhm.
broadcasting outside kind of thing. So, and also I'm trying to create a creator group, a video content creator group that we're going to be doing things together. I believe that that is where we can, because actually have the vision of me owning maybe like a media house in the future. Like it's one of those things that I really, really want to do. I want to have a media house in the future. If God, everything on God,
Let's
because
go.
there's nothing I can do. So that is why I'm trying to make sure that I have a community of people that are creative, that are creators. I know that my photography actually is actually linked. Photography is linked to journalism.
Mm,
That is one of the reasons I learned photography. Is those things that work together, and I want to make sure that both of those
mm,
things are
mm.
things I'm doing in real life. I might not be practicing journalism right now, but it's something that I know that I want to do in the future.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that I'm not living, but in anything that I'm doing with three, I'm seeing the line.
But in a way,
I'm
I
seeing that
mean,
line.
content creation and what you're doing, I mean, is kind of modern day journalism in a way. You kind of
Yeah,
still, that in itself, creating content,
yes.
whatever content you create.
So
So yeah.
that's the reason why I'm starting this series. I actually started which day? I think on Saturday. I started a series of crypto on the street, and I believe that I'm going to
Mm.
go better. I haven't edited the video. I will edit the video. Maybe when I post, I'll send to you to see. It was actually I would say it's a mess, but I know that it's just a starting point. So everybody have a starting point. I think if I'm able to get some camera gadgets, I'm going to be able to get quality videos. So those are my focus right now. I want to focus on journalism. I want to focus on not journalism because I do not want to work for a broadcasting house right now, because they're going to take a lot of my time if I start working
Yeah.
for a broadcasting house. So I just want to make sure that I make sure everything is in line with each other. I'm taking Web3, putting it into photography, putting everything works together, and it's
Mm,
a win-win.
mm.
So that's the plan.
I love it. I love it. And I believe you. I believe it. I look forward to watching you conquer the world and conquer crypto, because I just
Me
believe you
too.
can do it, Hannah. Your vibes are so good. So Yeah, thank you for joining me here today. I loved chatting to you.
Clara. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
love your energy, and I hope we can do it again one
Yeah,
day.
sure. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. We can. We can. It's
Yeah.
actually nice actually chatting with you also, because like where I was able to share my things that I'm going through. Because
Yeah.
what you asked last is what I have been thinking about also, and I'm just glad that you asked that question because I was able to share this is what I'm going through. This is what I want to do, and also for the future of stacks in Nigeria. I know that it's a long way for us to go, and I'm going to my best. So the last ideas that was hosted by the Stacks Foundation, or was it Stacks Foundation or Stacks? I can't remember their name. So they talk about the grants coming back, but they don't know when it's going to come back. And I said that I'm not going to be applying for another thing. If I'm going to be applying for the grants, I want to just further more on what I have started. I want to
Mhm.
take the education into more places about stats. That is all
Yeah.
I want to do. I do not want to like leave the path that I'm on right now to another place because I want to be known for something. I want to be known as an event host, stats event host in Nigeria. That is what I want to be known for on the stat ecosystem. And I know
Yeah.
that I'm going to get known by it because I'm not going to stop. So and I put everything on God. Based on my belief, I believe that I'm going to get known by that one thing, and I'm going to take stacks into more places in Nigeria with the help of you, God, and other people that are supporting me on the stack ecosystem.
I
So
love it.
yeah,
I love it, Hannah. Well, I look forward to watching. Like I said, I look forward to watching your story grow. And thank you for joining me. And thank you to everyone who tuned in and listened to Hannah's story. It's just fascinating and just such infectious, wonderful energy. So yeah, thank you.
thank
And we
you.
are here on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So join us. Here on Stacks Pulse. I'm Melanie Carstens, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Cheers, Hannah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Are we going now? Bye.